All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin. Here for another match preview. What a sensational match is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. The Champions League is back. It is back, and we are buzzing. We are going to be playing. When the match is just around the corner, you always feel the buzz. You always feel excited. Obviously, before the match yesterday, the day before that, the feelings weren't that great, of course, because we lost. Well, no, we didn't lose. Sorry, we drew against West Ham, but I felt like a loss. And that's why the mood hasn't been the greatest. But when the game is just around the corner, there is a buzz. There's always a buzz. And especially in the Champions League, there is a buzz. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just hope we can do something. I don't know. Deep down, I feel like maybe we can. And maybe that's just me being delusional. But I don't know. I just feel like maybe, just maybe, we may be able to do something against Borussia Dortmund away from home. It's going to be an epic atmosphere. Approximately 80,000 people strong at Dortmund. The yellow wall. The yellow wall is going to be epic to see. I would love to one day go to Borussia Dortmund and watch Bundesliga. Bundesliga is damn explosive. There's just so much vibe, so much hype in every match. You would have seen the match against PSG, the one that Bayern Munich had. The stadium was rocking, absolutely rocking. Already Bayern Munich first leg 1-0 victorious against PSG. AC Milan as well 1-0 victory against AC Milan at the San Siro. I would love to go to these grounds, man. They look amazing. But we're going to obviously talk about all of these things, of course, in detail. But it all starts from, ladies and gentlemen, the dog in Graham Potter, whether you like it or not, whether it's been blown out of proportion or not. Look, do you know what? I'm actually gonna defend Graham Potter heavily in this particular match. I know some of you guys might have been in recent times thinking, "Oh, Miz, it's just seems like you're very, very pessimistic in regards to Graham Potter. You're doubting him a lot." And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are in the same boat. But you know what? I didn't watch the entire press conference. I just watched that clip that's been circulating around in social media. And the way Graham Potter responded back, I felt something. I felt a little bit of an emotion. I felt some form of anger deep inside. And for the first time, I felt like, do you know what? I saw something in you. And you guys may agree with me. You guys may not agree with me. I felt there's a lot of anger. I felt there's a guy who's vulnerable. I felt there's a guy who actually deep down does care, but of course doesn't want to portray all of that to the media, because the media is going to go out there and write a whole heap of nonsense, as they always do. Each to their own. You've got a character like Thomas Tuchel who likes to be upfront and tell the media how it is, and then you've got a character like Jose Mourinho who likes to headbutt with the media, and then you've got people like Graham Potter who it's not necessary. It's not necessary. Of course, us fans would love it. It's not necessary for him to come out and spice things up. As I said, of course, us fans would love that. But I personally, look, Chelsea all the way saying felt nothing, means stop milking it. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. But I honestly, for the first time, I felt, do you know what? He cares. He does care. He's hurting. Deep down, Graham Potter is hurting. He is definitely hurting. These results are not, they're not making him happy. That's for sure. And I feel like when he talks about his upbringing, when he talks about the fact that how much he had to struggle to get down here, the man knows what it feels. I know how it feels to feel the struggles in life. I'm pretty sure you guys would know as well. When you achieve something in life, and when I've achieved something special in life, I know where I came from. I know where I came from. I know how much I had to struggle. It wasn't always the greatest life for me. Hell, I'm still struggling. So I know when Graham Potter was saying, do you think I don't get angry? Do you think I came from the bottom of the barrels to come and manage Chelsea Football Club now? Do you think I got here by luck, by chance? He worked hard. He struggled. And for once, and once again, I say this to you guys. Some of you guys may not feel anything. Like Kyriakos is saying, Miz, I felt nothing. He's fake. Look, each to their own. But for once, I actually felt something. And I think it's important. And I want to share this clip with you guys. Let's start from here, because I think this is where it gets all interesting. And then obviously we're going to talk more about the match in itself. But I think it's important to have a quick look at this. Hold on one second. Quick look at this clip where... why can't I share the entire screen? Yeah, there you go. That's the one. Okay, let me share this with you guys. I think it's important. I think it is absolutely important. Okay, let's listen to this.
But for me, if you think that you can start a coaching career in the 9th tier of English football, in the Northern Counties, not the Prem, the Northern Counties Division 1, and get to this point now as the Chelsea Champions League without getting angry or being nice, then I would suggest you don't know anything about anything. But for me,
I mean, honestly, you can feel some level of anger. You can feel that he's hurting, and I like it. And I think it will go a long way with certain fans that at least there is someone out there. He's not like after a particular loss, he's just casual about everything. I know some of the things that he said post-match, it doesn't sit well with us, but at least that little clip today, I wanna back him. And I mean, as a fan base, moving on to this match against Dortmund, I don't want to wish the team bad luck. I don't want to wish our manager bad luck. I want to wish them good. I hope they go out there. I hope Graham Potter can do something. But it all comes down to him. It does come down to him. He's got to select the team. The starting lineup's got to be spot on. He's got to have good team management, in-game management. He's got to have good substitution. So, yes, from an emotional level, I can connect. I don't know about you guys. I know some people do. From an emotional level, for this particular fixture, from the press conference, that little clip that I saw, I felt like he does hurt. He knows how much he had to work hard to get to where he is. But now it's up to him. It's up to him to show the dog that he showed in that press conference. It's up to him to now showcase that in the match with good decision making. And I hope the players can rise up to the challenge as well, because it's not just about the manager. It's about the players and the manager as a unit coming together, cohesive group, and getting the job done against Dortmund. So look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to sit here and hope that it all crumbles. No, of course not. What kind of a fan would I be? So I'm going to wish them absolute luck. Let's have a look at some other news that's been circulating around, ladies and gentlemen. This one, breaking. Jude Bellingham tops Chelsea's summer midfield target list above Declan Rice and Moises Caicedo as the club prepared to sell homegrown players to help with FFP if no UCL qualification. I find this very interesting. Just before the Dortmund game, we want to bring up this particular news about Jude Bellingham. Look, I mean, what a madness this would be from our owners if we're able to get Jude Bellingham. And I think it's probably possible if we can get rid of some of our homegrown players. I think Mason Mount's probably gone. I really do think Mason Mount's probably gone. And then you've got players like Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Conor Gallagher. That in itself should fund someone like Jude Bellingham. I know Jude Bellingham, I think he's got one eye on Liverpool. Maybe that could still happen. But Liverpool's interested with Mason Mount as well. Maybe they get both. Who knows? But players like Mason Mount, players like Ruben Loftus-Cheek, players like Conor Gallagher, all three of them together will easily yield in excess of 100 million. In excess of 100 million. And I think that would be more than sufficient enough to get someone like Jude Bellingham. I would love an Enzo Fernandez and Jude Bellingham combination. I think that combination would be supreme. Both Jude Bellingham and Enzo equally good on the ball. I believe Enzo is probably, in terms of passing ability, is definitely better. But Jude maybe defensively slightly better. But both are very good. Both offensively and defensively, on the ball, off the ball, are very, very good. This is the level of double pivot that I would love to see at Chelsea Football Club. So for me, I think this is a very fantastic news. If it does come into fruition, we'll see what happens in the summer. But yeah, homegrown players to basically fund this particular move. It's believed Boehly and Egbhali would be prepared to move heaven and earth to try and sign Jude Bellingham this summer. Wow. Look, this interest isn't new. This interest has actually been going for a little while. Our owners have always been very, very interested in Jude Bellingham. Valued at around 100 million with wages in excess of 200,000. Now, that's the thing. I don't know whether that's the level of money you're going to get at Chelsea Football Club with the new owners. With the kind of wages that we've been throwing around, I'm not sure if that is what Jude Bellingham will get. But we'll see. We'll see. Breaking in terms of some team news, ladies and gentlemen, Wesley Fofana, Mateo Kovacic, and Denis Zakaria have traveled to Germany, as well as Lewis Hall, which is great. I want to pencil down Mateo Kovacic to start and perhaps Denis Zakaria to come off the bench. But some people have been saying that Madueke is perhaps not available for this match. Let me know in the live chat, ladies and gentlemen, if you've heard anything about Noni Madueke. I'm not really sure. I've not seen anything in the press conference, the comments that came out of it. And I've not seen any other publications or any other journalists saying that Madueke is not available. So we'll see from that perspective. I want to have a quick look at Borussia Dortmund's form before we do the lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Look, this match is going to be tough. Like Borussia Dortmund and their form has been impressive. Valan, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Doesn't make sense with our transfer targets. Getting Nkunku and Felix means we are aiming for a 4-2-3-1. Getting Jude means we are going for 4-3-3. Confusing. I think you can use Jude in a double pivot with Enzo and Jude Bellingham. Like, not necessarily he has to be in a 4-3-3. You can still be a box-to-box player. You can still be an 8 in a double pivot. I know it means double sixes, but those double sixes can operate as box to box. So, and they can take in turn. Do you know what I mean? If when Jude goes up, Enzo can stay back. When Enzo goes up, Jude can stay back. So, I feel that can definitely work. Okay, let's have a look at Borussia Dortmund, ladies and gentlemen, and their form in recent times. There was a strange match when I don't know what they're doing. Why are they playing Vietnam? That must have been during that World Cup break or something. Vietnam beat them as well. Vietnam beat Dortmund. I'm pretty sure Vietnam is not a Bundesliga team. That's a national team. But yeah, anyway, Dortmund since then, when the Bundesliga kicked off, Dortmund 5-1 against Dusseldorf, 4-3 against Augsburg, 2-1 against Mainz, 2-0 against Leverkusen, 5-1 against Freiburg, 2-1 against Bochum, 2-0 against Werder Bremen. I mean, they've been buzzing. They're absolutely buzzing. How many wins is that since that Vietnam upset? The Giant Killers Vietnam. Since that upset, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 victories on the trot. 7 victories on the trot. And let's have a quick look at their lineup recently. I think they have an injury issue. Makoko is gone. So yeah, Makoko is injured, so he's not going to be around. This is their lineup. I love this player, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I've watched Borussia Dortmund for a very long time. Not regularly, but whenever I do get to watch, obviously, as some of you guys might know, from the national team perspective, I do follow Germany. I love watching Germany since I was a kid. I've been a German fan. I don't really follow Bundesliga, but Marco Reus, man, what a champion! What a champion of a player. One club man as well. I can't believe he's stuck around at Dortmund. So many of his teammates moved on to big clubs, but Marco Reus still hung around. And his quality, his immense quality, is a player that we need to look out for. I think he could be devastating. Jude Bellingham, obviously, Giorena, Brandt, Emre Can, if you guys remember, the Liverpool player. Rafael Guerrero is going to be a problem. And overall, this team is very, very good. That was their last game. Let's have a look at the game before against Bochum. They do have Sebastian Haller, Özcan, Hummels, Sule. Like, it's a good team, man. It's a very, very good team, and they're going to be very aggressive. They're full of intensity, man, and they're very good on the ball. They're supremely good on the ball. So, look, it's not going to be an easy task away from home. I'm hoping that we can at least maintain a clean sheet. If we can keep a clean sheet, and from there on, if it's a draw, so be it. But I think we can catch some of these Bundesliga teams out. Like, these Bundesliga teams at times, they're a bit naive, man. They play this high line, they play this high octane match, and they throw the kitchen sink at you. If you somehow stay organized and defensively sound, you can catch them out in the counter. So that gives you an impression what I'm going to go with in my lineup. So let's get into my lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, this is going to be a little bit interesting for you guys. Some of you guys, once again, may like it. Some of you guys may not like it. But this is my lineup. This is what I'm going to go with. This is not a predicted lineup. This is my lineup, how I would tackle Borussia Dortmund. First of all, I'm going to play a 3 at the back. So I'm going to go with the 3-5. Well, really, it's going to be 3-4-3. So I'm going to go with this. I know some of you guys might not like it, but I want some defensive solidity. And at the same time, I want some of our very, very, attacking players in the likes of Reece James and Chilwell to have that freedom at times to bomb forward and really join up with the attack. So this is the setup that I'm going with, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure some of you guys might not like it, but it is what it is. And in the middle, I've got two players in the double pivot. Okay, so this is going to be my lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Before I do that, some people are putting on some comments. Marco Reus is a boss, proper baller. 100% proper baller, man. 100%. You think Bellingham will start ahead of Tchouaméni and Modric or Camavinga or tonight Cruz? So you're saying if Bellingham goes to Real Madrid? Look, Toni Kroos, I'm pretty sure Toni Kroos is retiring. This is his last season. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty certain this is his last season. Can't get over Miz saying how hard he was after the Felix. Oh man, I thought we were going to do a madness in that match, but it is what it is. All right, in the goalkeeping position, I'm going with Kepa. And as I said, look, as much as I felt that emotional connection with Potter, that's me personally speaking, he still needs to select the right team. If he gets it wrong, he gets the in-game management wrong, he gets the substitutions wrong, then it's very difficult to keep backing. It'll be very, very difficult to back Graham Potter, not keep backing. Like I've had my doubts on Graham Potter for a little while now. So, but this match, I'm wishing him all the best. I'm wishing in this competition that Graham Potter can take us far. In defense, I'm going with Koulibaly on the LCB position. There is no Buddy Shield, ladies and gentlemen. He's not registered for Champions League. So, yeah, as I'm going with a back 3, I'm playing Koulibaly on that LCB position. I think Koulibaly in a back 3 slightly better has been. I know this season hasn't been the greatest for him, but once again, there's been reports that he's struggling. He's adapting to the new league, and slowly, but hopefully he comes around. Silva in the middle. He's our defensive stronghold and has always been excellent. So he continues. In RCB, I'm going with Chalobah. Seems like since we've gone with a 4 at the back, it's very difficult for Chalobah to get a game. I think this is a perfect opportunity for Chalobah to come in, and he's been very, very good, in fact, for us in recent times until we changed the formation around where and players coming back from, and obviously Buddy Shield basically joining Chelsea. It's very difficult to give Chalobah an opportunity. You know, players like Koulibaly can't even make it. And Fofana, don't forget, is back as well, but he's still coming back from injury. I don't want to throw him into this particular match. I think it'll be very detrimental. In the wing-back position, Chilwell makes his start. I think he's now made a proper case, couple of games off the bench. I think he's ready to start. And as a wing-back, I want to give him the license to bomb forward. I really do. Take part in the midfield. Sometimes even go into the box as a striker like he did back in Thomas Tuchel time. And I think recently off the bench as well, he showcased he's not scared to go into the box. He's not scared to sometimes overlap and whip in those crosses. So for me, Chilwell. On the right side, Reece James. I think this is where we get the best out of Reece James as a wing-back, man. He can defensively be very, very strong. I'm not discrediting him as a right back. I think he's a supreme right back as well, and he's just coming back from injuries. Also, he's a bit rusty. But I feel like in a wing back position, knowing that there's Chalobah just behind him, I think that could give him a little bit more comfort and a little bit more license to bomb forward and really create havoc. My game plan, honestly, in this match is let Dortmund ball out. Dortmund likes to keep the ball. Dortmund likes to be high up the field. They love a high line. Let us have the defensive structure. Let us stay calm and see if we can hit them on the counter with pace. And players like Reece James, players like Chilwell will definitely help out in that cause. And then you've got ballers in the middle in the sense of Enzo Fernandez and Kovacic. I'm going with Kovacic, ladies and gentlemen. Zakaria is just coming back from injury as well, and he's been gone for a little while. Kovacic, he's been injured too, but I feel like his injury wasn't as serious as Denis Zakaria's one. I'm going with Kovacic in this match, starting him. I would love to see this combination of Enzo Fernandez and Kovacic. As much as I've been very skeptical about Kovacic's output, I still want to see this combination. I want to see how this pans out. I would like to see Kovacic be a little bit more deeper and allow Enzo to be a little bit more further up. Not saying that Enzo is not going to participate in the build-up. I'm pretty sure he will. And in tandem, they'll take turns. But I want Enzo to be a little bit more advanced, further, really contributing in the final third if he can, which he did against West Ham with that lovely assist for João Felix. So I want to see this combination. I don't really want to put Ruben Loftus-Cheek in this particular match, and all the other options are not ready as yet. Kante is still injured, and Denis Zakaria can come off the bench. Up front, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going with Mudryk. The reason why I'm going with Mudryk is I believe Dortmund's going to play with a high line, and I think having someone like Mudryk with that pace, it's going to be quite electric. It will be quite electric, and I'm hoping we catch them out on the left side with Mudryk's pace. I just get the feeling Dortmund might be naive, honestly. And I've seen these Bundesliga teams be naive like this. They are naive like this. So I'm hoping Mudryk's pace causes a lot of damage. And I feel like Chilwell at times can give Mudryk an option as well, by overlapping or sometimes even underlapping. So, yeah, something that's been missing in Cucurella's game. And I'm pretty sure Cucurella will work on that. On the right side, ladies and gentlemen, now, I don't know whether Madueke is available. Let me know in the live chat, ladies and gentlemen. Is Madueke available? Kyriakos is saying, Cover mentality is not with us for whole season, but now with Enzo, I want to see how he will behave. Yeah, me too. I'm very, very keen to see. Shubra saying, Mudryk, Kai, Felix. I don't know if I'm going to use Kai. I'm not going to use Kai. I'm going to actually have something different here. Look, I'm not sure if Noni Madueke is available. Sterling is, I think, still injured. So I'm going with, unless someone can correct me, is Madueke available? Because I saw some people saying that he's not. Some people were saying that he's not available. Madueke is not registered. Okay, so who's registered? Who got registered? Oh, Enzo, Mudrik, and Felix. Right. Madueke is not registered. Yeah. Fair enough. He's not registered. It's going to have to be Ziyech because I think Raheem Sterling is still injured. So it's going to be Ziyech. And this player, I actually don't want him to. I want him to operate as a false nine. I want him to actually operate like this. For me, this is Felix. That's my team, ladies and gentlemen. That is the team I'm going with. I'm not going with Kai Havertz because for me, Kai Havertz is not providing anything. I'd rather have Felix play as a false nine, come into deeper areas, pick up the ball, and I'm really looking for counter-attacking football. I'm looking for proper counter-attacking football, and this is why I'm going for a particular setup like this. 3 at the back to hopefully shore up our defense. 2 ballers in the middle, Enzo Fernandez and Kovacic. Hopefully Chilwell and Reece James can help in attack when we do have the attack ready. Going with João Felix through the middle where he can come into midfield and help out, join up, link up with Enzo Fernandez and Kovacic, and then you really look for the speed from Mudrik. I know we're not going to get much of a speed from Ziyech, but hopefully Ziyech, can pop in a long shot. And we've seen the season when we beat Atletico Madrid. I remember Timo Werner running this channel and Ziyech coming in and scoring in the second leg in this area. So look, let's see how this turns out. I think this could potentially have a opportunity. But let me know what you think. Kepa in goalkeeping position, Koulibaly, Silva, Chalobah, Kovacic, Enzo Fernandez, Chilwell, Reece James, João Felix, Mudrik, Ziyech. I'm looking for a counter-attacking display. Let's see what you guys are saying about this. And I hope Graham Potter, I hope he has a plan. I really hope he has a plan for Dortmund. I like this team, Miz, but 4-2-3-1 is what I think Potter will go with. Look, I'm not saying this is what Potter will do. This isn't a predicted lineup. This is my lineup, basically. These people are crying because you don't add Mount in your playing 11. Look, I think Mount's going to get sold. Miz, attacking football with Potter mentality. Come on, we just keep dreaming, Miz. Look, I'm saying counter-attacking football. I'm not even saying possession-based tiki-taka football. Counter-attacking. Let's try and catch them out. Because I feel like at home, Dortmund will have the lion's share of the possession. And they want to play with a high line. I feel like we can catch them out. We need to be smart in this particular match. Balak CFC, good to see you, my man. Speak on Silva and Reece James. Comments on Potter. The players are fully behind him. People really thought he doesn't command respect. Yeah, of course. Reece James is fully behind him. Thiago Silva is fully behind him. But Balak CFC, how many players weren't fully behind Tuchel as well, or weren't fully behind, Lampard? Or there was good comments from Silva. Thiago Silva has high praise for Frank Lampard. Thiago Silva talked highly in regards to Thomas Tuchel. Reece James has talked highly in regards to Thomas Tuchel. He has spoken highly in regards to Frank Lampard as well. So I love it. I love that there is that backup from the players. Great to see. I want the team to be a cohesive unit. I want the team to work hard for Graham Potter, and Graham Potter working hard for the team as well. But I'm not going to take these comments and then paint a picture that, it's all rosy. It's, he commands respect, this, that, the other. It's great, but there are issues that needs to be weeded out. Like, there's no doubts about that. When you've got such a large team, when you've got such a large squad, there's obviously going to be few people that are not going to be always happy. And this is where Graham Potter will need to, his man management has, comes into play. But more than the man management side of things, I think his in-game management needs to get better. I think sometimes his starting lineups can be a little bit strange. Last match, I didn't mind the starting lineup, but besides Havertz, I probably wouldn't have started Havertz. And then his substitutions were very, very weird as well in terms of Mount and Gallagher. And then taking off Mudrik when you bring in on Chilwell. So Things like that. And tactically, what you're going to do when the opposition changes something up, what is your response? And I really want to see him, if a particular player is not following his instructions, I really want to see him barking orders from the touchline to get them to do what he wants them to do. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is my lineup. Give me some of your score prediction. I'm going for, I think there's going to be goals. I really do think there's going to be goals because Dortmund, they play an open game. I'm hoping we can keep a clean sheet. I'm hoping that they are going to be naive. Dortmund, I know their form has been great. I know Dortmund's form has been great, but some of these Bundesliga teams that they've been playing, not the extreme quality. Do you know what I mean? They're not the extreme quality. And Dortmund, much like many other German teams out there, they have the tendency to be a bit naive. They're a bit too open. PSG, if they showed some form of, confidence, if they showed some form of, what's the word that I'm looking for? Belief, then they could have got Bayern Munich. But they were a bit pessimistic. If they showed a little bit of positivity, maybe they could have got Bayern Munich. I know Bayern's difficult to play, very difficult, but you can catch them out. If you're just defensively solid, you can catch them out in the back because at times Bayern Munich were playing with two at the back. Everyone was up forward. And I think Dortmund are going to do something similar. Dortmund will do something similar. And if we can stay strong defensively, catch them on the counter, I think that'll be good. Tim B, thank you so much for the super chat. I thought Kai played well with Felix last game. Offsides, the amount of offsides Kai Havertz picks up, I can't have that in the Champions League, man. I'd rather play Felix as a false nine for the time being, and then have Mudryk and whoever can play Ziyech for the time being on that right side. So yeah, my prediction, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going with Chelsea 1-0. I'm going with Chelsea 1-0. Yeah, a very, very strong defensive display and hopefully a counter-attacking goal, and then we can take that to Stamford Bridge and see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys have enjoyed this. We're going to wrap this up because obviously we've got the match later on today. Smash the like button before you go. Nearly 400 of you guys are live right now. Hope you've all enjoyed it and hope you've liked my lineup as well. In the comment section, let me know what lineups you would have gone with, what your prediction would have been, and how you feel about this match coming along. Hope to see you guys all for the watch along. It's going to be a banging watch along. There's going to be a lot of people in the panel. So we're going to have a very, very good watch along. So hope to see you all there and make sure you guys are all there as well. We're going to start 5 minutes before the lineup is announced. So it will be, it'll be a great build up. Until then, everyone, take care. See ya.